Well, last week, if you recall, Izzy, it was the first day of spring.
Ah,
And now
spring.
the buds are coming out on the
Oh,
flowers.
chirp, 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 chirp.
And you can, now you can get out in the garden and hoe around.
Springtime with Hitler in Germany. Where's that from?
Oh, from the producers.
From the
Mel
producers.
Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Yeah, wonderful musical. But, now that it's spring, you can get outdoors and do some, manual labor.
Yeah, I could use a little of that.
And plant your potatoes and your tomatoes and
Raking.
radishes.
Does that look like a rake?
Yeah, you look like a rake.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Hello and welcome to your old news update. This here's Izzy Fitz that needs some exercise, and you are?
Bud Driscoll.
Yeah, let's shout out to our sponsors.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, Eagle Crest Retirement Community, 1501 East Magnolia.
Well,
Headley's Clothing, 1829 South 9.
Last of the men's clothiers.
That's right. Shirt by Glenn. And Smoky Hill Museum, 211.
West Iowa, where
Top.
history is made.
That's right. Topping the headlines from yesteryear, I'm Up.
All right.
March 29th, 1990. A company that claimed it had the power to overcome droughts was ousted Wednesday from the Mid-America Farm Expo by the Kansas Board of Agriculture.
What?
In drought situations or any time farmers are struggling, this type of stuff comes out of the woodwork, and sometimes we get into a snake oil situation, said DeVern Phillips, an administrator of the state's Agricultural Commodities Assurance Program. That's a mouthful.
That's right, a big mouthful.
It makes you spit,
Most farmers
too.
couldn't pronounce it.
Yeah, whenever you say it, it makes you spit.
So it's got to become an ACAP.
Yeah.
ACAP.
And he is quoted as saying, this product may work just fine, but all we ask is that they prove it.
An anti-drought.
Must have been from Missouri, the show me state.
Well, as we've known the past 25 years, I don't think there's been any cure for drought.
No.
So,
No.
guys, water's
Or
cheap
gout.
Yeah, or gout or drought or any of that
Yeah.
stuff. Well, so we're going to go back 50 years to March 31st, 1965, and here's something. A well-dressed stranger walked into the office of Saline County Sheriff Jim Martin Tuesday afternoon and said, "I'm just here to look over your jail to see if I'd like to stay here." The man told the dumbfounded sheriff. The man said he was an accountant in Wichita and declared he recently was convicted in federal court of income tax evasion. The judge gave him the choice of serving the sentence in Wichita or Salina, so he came to Salina to compare the facilities. "I did my best to sell him on our jail," Martin said.
And he liked the digs.
He liked the digs. I wonder if he ever served his time here.
I don't know. We could look it up.
Gave him some-
It's public record.
Gave him some, honey buns. And
Yeah.
be good.
April 3, 1940. For the sixth consecutive time,
No.
W.N. Braniff of 711 West Iron lined up in police court Tuesday and was found guilty of drunk driving.
Drunk driving.
Yeah, it says drunk and driving.
Well, they're
Yeah,
not
they did.
mutually exclusive.
That was a different era. They wrote different back then.
That's right.
I liked it. He was given a $100 fine,
100.
and his driver's license will be sent to the State Vehicle Commission at Topeka for disposition. Due to the passage of a new city ordinance in 1939 pertaining to drunk and driving cases, Braniff's offense was considered a first conviction in police court.
Well, that's what he gets for drunk and driving.
That's right.
Well, back to March 31st, 1915, here's a mystery. A mystery for you folks. Is W.M.
Who done
Kane,
it?
510 Morrison Avenue, who was kidnapped when he was a mere baby and does not even know the name of his parents or his correct age, about to be given this information along with the finding of his true parents and relatives? Frank Bowden, a farmer living near Tipton, believes so. He further believes that Kane may be his son, who disappeared at the age of 2 years and 3 months. Mr. Bowden, with his 2 sons, older than the lost boy, had read Mr. Kane's story in last Wednesday's journal and came to Salina yesterday to investigate. "I came with my wife from Germany to Kansas in 1974, said Mr. Bowden, and we settled in the northwest of Tipton. On Sunday morning in 1879, Mrs. Bowden and myself went to church, leaving the children at home.
That was smart.
Yeah, when we returned, our smallest son was missing. With neighbors, we searched the community for days, but we have never heard a word of him. Until today, maybe we'll be updating this.
Maybe. Could be a do-do-do-do-do.
I know. But in the meantime, let's get to some beverages.
Some real stuff, some substance.
Some substance. Something with the head.
April 2nd, 1915. Bock beer. Bock. Bock beer.
Bock.
Is a commodity that comes into beer drinking communities about this time of the year. The first consignment to Salina beer drinkers arrived here last evening. If you are fortunate enough to have a friend who received his, possibly you have an invite to partake. Otherwise, you will have to do without, as there is none for sale. So it has to be given to you.
Well, we know how our, people like beer in 1915. All the public drunkenness cases.
They could suck her down.
And finally, on April 2nd, 1890, in the Saline Daily Republican, the election yesterday was not of sufficient importance to attract any great amount of attention. Which is kind of maybe like our elections.
A lot of voter apathy out there.
I know. I wonder how many percentage of the voters will get this election.
Yeah, I guess about a 48% turnout.
We'll see.
Read more about the way things used to be in the look back section of the Monday Salina Journal.
And having fun with spring and springing. And let's get Izzy out for some good old fashioned work.
Ringo.
Ringo. We'll see you yesterday.